Hi guys, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. So, let me know how you've been. Let me know where you're from. How have you been feeling this new moon? I mean, it's been interesting for me. I had the last 2 days quite chilled, like nothing too intense. Like I had clients and things here and there. And I've been feeling a little bit of fogginess, which is very strange for me because it never really happens. I don't know if it's this new moon, and then a little bit of more tiredness as well. That's what I've been feeling. Hello, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hello from India, Sweden, Germany, Berlin, UK. Happy evening. Um, Thank you for being here, guys. Yeah, so let me know how you guys have been feeling. It's been about a week since I've come live on YouTube. So some things maybe have changed. Hello from Atlanta, New Orleans. I've been clearing a lot. I mean, if you say where's the news and that, I've been clearing more than what I generally clear. I've been clearing non-stop with this moon. Hello from Ireland. It's 7:30 in South Africa. Tired, okay. USA, hello from California. Random bursts of anger, relationship issues, tiredness, okay. New England. Hello from Sicily, Copenhagen. Exhausted and cranky. Yeah, I was a little bit cranky today as well. Shift in my sacral, okay. Astral space, yeah, I'm going to speak about the astral space because I cleared an apocalyptic timeline 2 days ago. Well, yesterday, or the night before yesterday. Foggy sinuses. Hello from Virginia, New York. For those of you in New York, tickets are available on my website for my in-person New York workshop, which will be on the 24th of February. It's a limited number of people that I'll be taking and connecting with. So if you are in New York and you do want to come see me, I am holding a day workshop. It's a Saturday, so even if you do work, you might be able to come through to that. Okay, things are coming up to let go. Anxiety. Hello from Slovenia. Struggle to focus. Knee pain, lower chakra pain, headaches. Hello from Austria. Phoenix, Arizona. Hello from South Africa. Thank you for being here. Amazing, wonderful that I'm going to get to see you in New York. Pain in lower back. Yeah. So with regards to the astral space, those of you who follow my Instagram know I posted a story yesterday where I cleared this apocalyptic timeline. So the way that it works with me, what they make me do is basically they send me Ntakoro ishirai serai esero koro trieta kakrai shirayataka. Ntaina reatieto korra trea ishe karaya sieto korra nara trea tre kotokoro ishirayataka. Traya tiat kiero a crea sieta cre nraya trea siera takra. What is my human design? I'm a projector. I'm not very, I don't know very well the human design, but I know that I'm a projector. I've had it done for me from a friend. Yeah, so basically what happened with me, I had this quite intense apocalyptic experience in the astral space. So I was on these rocks with another, like maybe 7 or 8 light language, energy workers, channelers, light workers. And we were looking over the ocean. And then on the side, there was this beach where there were like kind of people. It was night, it was dark, it was very dark. And there were these almost like zombie beings that were like navigating the beach, trying to kind of like suck the soul out of people or like interfere with their consciousness. I don't know what they were trying to do. So we started all working together and sending light symbols, some from the third eye, some from the hand, some were singing light symbols as well. It was very beautiful. And as we sent this light, it hit them and they kind of dissipated and dissolved, but in a very gentle way. It wasn't like, it didn't feel traumatic. It wasn't like, it was kind of like they dissolved and then they transmuted and they went up into the light. So the way it works with me is that every now and then I get sent to clear these these apocalyptic timelines which are happening on Earth, so that once they are cleared, they don't leak into our timeline, so that it's not going to happen. So they're usually very, very crazy. I had one a few months ago where I was in the city and I was with like 3 or 4 other energy workers, and we were all dressed almost like in like military clothes with kind of like these bags and all these weapons. It was obviously all of light, but and we started walking through the city. I think I was in New York, I'm not sure. And the floor starts opening, and there's like these huge like red flames and things. Okay, lots of you are clearing. I'm going to start clearing a bit more now because they're telling me to clear for you guys. Anyway, and so basically then what happened there, I said, okay, guys, like we need to clear this. And they said, we need to go home and get our weapons. So we went home and we got more of these kind of like light weapons. And then we went and we cleared this timeline as well. Triata crea kiet koka crea siet kanara triat mieru ishira isira takra. So it's going to help with clearing any imbalances in the lower chakra and the sacral. It's going to help with physical pain as well. Tiat kurayatara trianaria trea kie korokot kat crea siera takarie seto kurayata. Taina yeta crea set kota treikiat katra siero kurra tra treikiat kiena taka trea siera taka. Trenarie torokoro kiet kat crea siero to kurra trea trienara. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to read some questions. Hi, Brad. Thank you for being here. It's been a while since I've seen you in my lives. Okay, let me see some questions. Excited to see you in New York. Amazing. Confusions. Okay, weird feelings. I'm feeling like I'm missing something, but I can't pinpoint it. That's kind of like a good way of describing it as well. Kind of almost like that foggy brain effect. Hello from Texas. Okay. Pains in the heart center. Okay. Hello from London. Energy New York is very heavy. Okay, you're welcome. Hello from California. Will things even out for those of us with relationships? It depends on the relationship. It depends on the situation. They'll even out on a personal level. It doesn't necessarily mean that the relationship is going to go in the direction you expected or wanted to go. I don't know if that helps, but that's kind of like what I'm getting as a download on the spot. Pain in my root chakra, bladder infection. Yeah, the clearing I just did will help with the lower chakras, tightness in lower back. Cycle pain hell. I'm well, thank you. Hi, Kieran. Thank you for being here. Hello from Scotland. Sharp pain in the gut. Hello from Arizona. Crying, releasing. Hello from Greece. Okay, yeah. So let me know how you guys have been feeling with regards to this new moon. New moon is a really powerful time to manifest. Hello from Cape Town. Thank you for being here. Working to stand in your power. Amazing. Well done. How can we restore energy when the astral space is so active? It feels like we never rested. Yeah, that's a good question. Hey, thank you, A1, for asking that. I'm going to channel this. I'm going to see what they say. Okay, they're showing me things like bathing, like taking a bath or having a massage, like getting into that embodied, like really super relaxed space in your 3D and in your daytime as well is going to help with dissipating and movement as well. So think like gentle movement, which could be maybe your Pilates, a yin yoga, hatha yoga, something like that will help with restoring the system, and anything like qigong and tai chi and any breath work as well. So if the sleeping doesn't feel like it's enough, these practices will help give you more energy. Okay, so I hope that helps. I feel like my kids feel anxious, but I don't know why. The reason why I think is because they're biting their nails like crazy. Any info on kids to bite their nails? So I bit my nails until I was about 18. Don't know why. I don't know why, but that's why now it's very important that my nails are perfect, because I had so many years that they weren't. So I mean, the best advice that I can give you is to not. I don't know how old your kids are, but what I read is because my daughter did it for a while and then she just stopped. What I read is that if they bite it and you give attention to the thing and you like force them to stop, then they tend to do it more because you're kind of bringing attention to it. So if you just ignore it, then it goes away by itself, and that's what happened with my daughter. I do find that she tends to bite them if they're too long because they like annoying for her. She's very small, so she's like 2.5, 3. So, you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't know if that helps, but normal to be craving sugar. Yeah, any kind of like food craving that you're getting, it's okay. I think te koro koro I sera sera koro trieta kra tria kiero toko ria tria sera tie toko ra tie takra. Okay. How are you guys doing on psychic attacks? Um, yeah. Ta koro koro I sia sara koro trieta kra. Yeah. Okay. Hello from Iowa. Sorry, I'm just skipping through. I won't obviously be able to answer everyone, but I'll see what I get called to. Not sleeping a lot. Yeah, my sleeping habits have been a little bit different than usual, but I have been sleeping well again. Now, this week was better than last week, I think. How do we help Ma? We just send light from the heart, send light, send love, send healing. Um, mm, 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 mm. Okay. One while higher frequency than ever, and in between old low frequency coming into the surface to form anger, sadness, and nervousness. I don't know if that's a question. What do I think about different blood groups? Is it related to anything? So the first thing that comes to me is related to food. So the blood diet is something that like I find really, really interesting, and I've been following as well. I mean, listen, I became vegetarian because meat made me sick, and then I looked at people with blood type A, their composition of enzymes within their stomach is best suited to digest things like vegetables and fruits and things like that. I know that people with O tend to need more protein and have better enzymes to digest the meat. So that's what I can say with regards to blood. I think if you look into Barbara Marciniak's teachings, she does speak in the blood in relation to pleiadians and different galactic beings. So have a look in her books and see. I mean, maybe check out the Keys to the Living Library. I know she speaks about that because I remember reading it about it, but off the top of my head, I can't. And I don't want to say something that wasn't what she said. You know what I mean? Opening, 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 opening. Opening systems, expanding into more light, divine rays, anchoring. A lot is being worked on in the feminine. So within the sacral, so kia kura tratria sirati kuro ishirati atakra, iaishet kukuro ishirayataka, trana rea kie kura tria sieto kukat kriatero ishira, releasing, decoding, detangling, opening, removing, letting go of all that doesn't serve you anymore. We let go, release. We clear. Tia kura yatakara sieto kuna ishe yataka. Taina reatreo kiet kukura trea siet kara iseta tutoro ishena yataka. Triana rekt kat kuratria isieto ko nina rai. Dissolving, clear, releasing, letting go. Activating new systems, new structures coming in, anchoring, codex, anchoring, more light, divine rays, anchoring, attuning systems, expanding into more rays, more divine light. Tria, tuning, activating, connecting neural pathways, activating synapses, tuning, more light, tuning, more light, divine rays, anchoring, takiat creasi sarai shirayataka. Quite a lot came through there. It's nice because the number is stuck on 111 of the people. 113 now. Whew, okay. I was speaking about this feminine healing that's been coming through a lot on both an individual and collective level and on a planetary level through Mother Gaia. We actually are doing this Priestess Portal Empowerment event, which is basically going to be working on the feminine, on everyone's feminine side. So there's going to be like trauma release. So it's good for both men and women. Basically, it's going to be trauma release. There's going to be a lot of womb healing, energetic womb healing, physical womb healing. There's going to be understanding on how to rebuild yourself after trauma of abuse, leaving narcissistic relationships. There's going to be a light language. There's going to be spinal energetics. There's going to be channeled messages. And it's going to be on the 8th, 9th, and 10th of September. So it's going to be 3 days. The ticket's $111, and it gives you access to everything plus the recording. It's me and another 6 energy workers. And we all got together to do this, and it's going to be really, really powerful and incredible. It'll be via Zoom. So if you would like to connect to that, the link to it is, if you go in my Instagram bio and my link tree, you will find it there. If not, you can just comment under the video. I'll leave the link actually under the video below, so you can buy tickets directly. It's called Priestess Portal Empowerment. So that's a new exciting project that I have coming up for the next month. My collective healing event is also up on the 12th of September. $12, 45 minutes of channeled light language. Very useful for you guys. Really, really good for me because it helps in supporting me, and it's a small investment from you guys as well. Waiting time now is about 6 to 8 weeks-ish. I'm taking in bookings for October, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm taking a bit of time off in September, so there is a bit more waiting time than usual. However, if you are in Europe, I might be able to do it sooner because it'll be morning for me. Just for the States, it's a little bit longer, the waiting time. But it is what it is. Hi, Connor. Thank you for the beautiful super chat. I really greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your support always. Okay, I'm going. Will there be a recording after the event on my website? Yeah, there'll be a recording. We've made a website page just for the Priestess Portal Empowerment event. So everything will be run through the website, but it is connected to mine as well. And yeah, okay. So I'm just going to have a look and see. Joe, I'm very behind with the questions. I'm just going to scroll up a bit and see what I get called to answer. Psychic attacks have been horrible. Okay, some of you have been having psychic attacks. Okay, my young daughter, 13, is showing symptoms of sadness with no apparent reason. What could it be? Okay, let me see what I can get for you. Okay, she's going through some karmic rebalancing. It's got to do with her feminine side as well. Okay. She's going through a divine feminine activation of some sort, and it's working through her kind of like her self-confidence and her self-trust, because it's going through the sacral. Ntakia korokoriateka riasie socorra treina kiat kiesa saraisia saina treatre korokroa kria tarasie sarasie sorotoro. I'm sending stuff through to her. Kia korotriatre. With this will assist on a collective level as well, but it is for the sake of yeah. So it feels like it's almost like an initiation that her energetic system is going through. It's very interesting. They do happen, these things, but they're not very common. It's nothing to worry about. Yeah. So that's what they're giving me. So I hope that helps, Kieran. And I think the way, so that's what they're saying. The way she's processing this is that she's feeling sad, but it's not per se a sadness that is generated from her not being happy in her environment. It's an energetic thing, and she's just clearing it through sadness. I hope that makes sense. I think it's because it's going through clearing through the heart and through a sense of grief / sadness. I had an ET sucking up my light for over 2 weeks. Then I think you should work on reclaiming your sovereignty. The declaration of sovereignty will really help. Link below here. You can go directly through into my website. Clear your mind, say it out loud, and whatever is not meant to be in your field will leave. It will clear and release any superimposed karmic overloads that you pre-contracted and agreed on before coming here that aren't serving you anymore for your highest alignment. So any AI and any dark agenda, anything that's in your system that shouldn't be there, that needs to leave, you will command it to leave. And so it is. Kia roto kurra ya sierra sierra sieto kurra y sierra takra. Random. Why are there mosquitoes? Why do we have them? Well, I think they're integrated part of the food chain. I mean, birds eat them. Yeah, I think that's my partner attracted them. I think they get attracted. I mean, I'm not a biologist, but I think they get attracted based on your scent and kind of like on what you eat. I know the vampire legend comes that if you eat garlic, you repel mosquitoes. So that's the vampire legend. I'm allergic to garlic, so unfortunately, well, fortunately slash unfortunately, it's not something that I can eat. Okay. Thank you for the beautiful super chat. Greatly appreciated. Sacral has been tangled, constricted. So thank you, Altea. How can we plug holes in our aura? I don't understand what you're saying with plug holes in your aura. You mean close holes in your aura? If you mean close, then shielding, white light, working through the heart, imagining like white light around your heart center. The 12-dimensional shielding obviously works really well. Calling in your guides, calling the archangelics. And yeah, anything really also that restores you back to yourself, anything that grounds you, working through kind of like that passion and creation through the heart center, all of that, and wholesome things like I don't know, you're going out with your partner for like a beautiful dinner and you're super happy, like that's going to restore your baseline vibrational frequency and raise it, and as a consequence it will close holes in the auric field as well, because as you raise your vibration, those will close. But generally I think the shielding will definitely help. Hello, how can we know if we're healing or getting sick? Every sickness is healing. Every physical imbalance comes from an energetic imbalance, and the sickness on a physical level is just the last sign that your body and your energy field gives you if you haven't been listening. If you are listening, you're going to catch it before and you're not going to get sick. Sometimes it is inevitable, like sometimes you kind of like need to go through it on a karmic level, like I don't know, breaking a bone or whatever, or clearing through your sinuses if you're clogged. But generally, if your system is in alignment, the energy is flowing, you're grounded, you're embodied, your heart's open, your higher chakras are working, there won't be any stuck energy. So you won't have to get sick. Your body won't get sick. Okay. So I hope that helps. Close the holes. Okay. So it was closing the holes in your aura. Okay. How can I assist my son and daughter when they're starting to believe in religion? I think everyone has their own individual path to walk down and their own choices and their own lessons. I think the best thing we can do for them is hold space. I don't think imposing your ideas on anyone, especially your kids, would benefit, just because, I mean, I know that me as a kid, if I was told to do something, I would just want to do the exact opposite. So especially if they're like teenagers. So just trusting them that you've given them the basis to find a way that is for a highest alignment, and maybe their journey is in religion. There is nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I mean? Not everyone needs to be on a spiritual path where they are talking to aliens and seeing UFOs and speaking about the ascension. People are going to ascend in fifth dimensional density and vibrational frequency, even if they are not necessarily doing what we are doing here right now, but they're in a good alignment and their baseline vibrational frequency is high. I'll give you an example. You are a priest who helps children and holds his mass and believes in the higher power of God, and you're leading a beautiful life and you're a good human. And I don't know if you're Protestant, you're married. If you're not, you choose not to, whatever it is. But you're leading a life that is in a good alignment and you're a good human and you work through your heart center. You're still going to access fifth dimensional density, just not in the way that we get conditioned even in that, even in that, there's conditioning. Even in the awakening, there's conditioning and programming. Because we think, oh, if they're not doing the spiritual work in the way that we're doing it, they're not. It doesn't mean they're not doing the work. They're still doing the work in their own way. It's not like everyone is going to start speaking about aliens and beings. And I mean, we need a percentage for full disclosure, but I'll get onto that as well. But if he or she decides to go down that route and is still a good human and is still helping on a collective level and working through the heart center, then I just acceptance for who they are and the direction they want to go down. So I hope that helps. I've not used the frequency book yet, Jessica. Thank you for asking. Any tips on how to heal fibromyalgia? Anything autoimmune comes from a lack in grounding. So what happens is the cells start attacking each other because the soul is more outside than in the body. So grounding will definitely help with any autoimmune illness. I was fortunate enough not to really suffer from any autoimmune illness, but I have colleagues who've had them, and like the grounding really, really, really helps a lot. How is the Merkaba? And how can we best foster it in our ascension? So I'll give you guys a good exercise that you can do to activate your Merkaba. So obviously the 12 dimensional shielding, but then what you can do is, so close your eyes, get a meditation, imagine yourself like in space, and then imagine yourself in one triangle, and then imagine yourself in another triangle in the opposite direction, so inside the Merkaba, and then imagine the one triangle spinning in one direction and the other one spinning in the other direction. That's going to activate your Merkaba on a multidimensional level. You obviously need to do it for like a few minutes and maybe like a few times, like this many years ago, and that's going to help with expanding and integrating. It's a really good exercise to do. You're welcome, guys. I love everything that just came out of your mouth. Thank you. What are your thoughts about posting your children on social media? So I read an interesting thing recently. Someone said that the kids that were being posted on social media 10 years ago, something like that, are now adults, well, teenagers, and they're very upset of having videos of them as toddlers shouting around on social media for everyone to see. I personally don't, because of the energetics behind it. There are people who post their kids and the whole family for people to see and share, and people who post kids like as an example or speak about kids or whatnot. So it's down to the individual choice. If you ask me on a personal level, I would rather keep them kind of like shielded and protected from what is this whole thing until they are old enough to make their own decisions, because to an extent I feel that that might almost violate their own free will as a sovereign being. However, like again, it's part of some people's contract, some children's contract. They come here to be with families who post the whole family on social media and they travel together, and it's beautiful to see. And I follow families who like go around in camper vans with kids and things like that. So again, it's up to the individual and what they get called to do. There is no wrong or right. But again, for me, like that is kind of like how I work and how I get told to work. I have a child, and I don't post my child on social media. So yeah, that's just where I come from. But again, you don't have to agree or disagree. Like families post kids all the time, and even photos with you and your children. Like it's okay, I do believe that monetizing from your kid, like that's a bit controversial. But again, like that's probably the kid's contract. The kid came here with the contract with the parents, and the parents to be able to monetize from them, and then go through their kind of like 14, 15-year-old phase where they heal and clear the trauma or the karmic experience of the monetization of the parents and having their videos online. So it's all kind of like contracted, if it makes sense. It might be their choice to want to go through that and to have that lesson. So I hope that this helps. How did I overcome my insulin resistance? So I had very mild insulin resistance. It wasn't anything really hectic. I started following the glucose method. from the Glucose Goddess. She's really amazing. And I just started eating in a way that I didn't create glucose spikes. So if I eat dessert, I wouldn't just eat sweets alone or carbs alone. I would eat like some nuts before, well, I still do, or some vegetables or something like that, so that I wouldn't create the glucose spike. So I think with regards to that, it's quite like a long and extensive subject. But if you do follow, I think she's called Glucose Goddess on Instagram. She's wonderful. She even made a book called The Glucose Method. And to me, that was super revolutionary. Like, it helped me more than anything else, actually, to rebalance my own insulin levels, my glucose levels, and all of that. So, and it really, really, really helped in not ever feeling drained anymore, because sometimes I would eat the carbs and then I would get tired, or the sugars and things like that. And with her method, like, it's super easy, super simple. You don't have to change what you do. You can still eat all the sweets and everything that you want. You're just mixing and rebalancing in a way. It's chemistry, basically, in a way that it works better for your body. My son is 15 and still has bedwetting issues. Please assist with any advice. I truly appreciate. Okay, I'm going to channel this for you. Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Kakorokoro ishira isira taka. Okay. Kroakia rasasorokoro takara ishira yatakra. Okay, so there's something that he's clearing and dealing with in his astral space. Kia korokoro atria sieto koratra kriateka koro ishira yasa. Okay, have you tried cleansing the room where he lives in? And have you changed houses many times, or have you been in the same house since he was? Because what I'm picking up density. I'm picking up a lot of density, and there's a lot of, I'm actually not even allowed to see. Yeah, they're not letting me see. Okay, let me just. Yeah, so I think cleansing the room with crystals, putting rose quartz under the bed. Put crystals under the bed. Tratria trea si socorro atria kiat karaisiera takanta kria ishera yataka. Trua kria si socorra trea kia teka tokorra trea si karanara trietaka. Yeah. Yeah, so it will help if you work on the space, but there's something that I'm not allowed to see. There is Kaya, okay. Shantokoro ishira isera ishira takaro trokoro ishira. Taraya ishikara tria sira saratietaka. Yeah, clear the space. Okay. Yeah, clear the space. That will help. Kaurokoro ishira ya. Trai kira takra tria trakara ishira takra. So put some crystals under the bed, clear the space, sage, palo santo, open the windows, make sure that the space is cleansed. It might be connected to the bed or the mattress itself as well. Was it someone else's bed? Did someone own that bed before you? Check that too. And if you're still struggling, do all of that stuff. And if you're still struggling in a week or two, send me an email and just say to me, I'm the lady that asked this on the live. I've done this, and that. It's not working or whatnot. Or just send me with more information, and then I'll see if I can do anything else for you. Okay. I have heard Altea also say creative things, art, coloring, book, moving, like to dance. I too have autoimmune. I'm working hard on grounding and loving me. Perfect. Yes. Wonderful. Great explanation. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I love the song, so I do not post my child because they're not old enough to make their own decisions. You're welcome. Thank you, Mick, for being here and for your support. My son has extreme anxiety. I know he's a starseed and very sensitive, but is there anything I can do to help him with anxiety? He's 9 years old. I think, like Kari Star mentioned earlier, and then I'll get to your question now as well. I think Okay. Encouraging him and doing creative things and understanding, like, I mean, he's 9. You can ask him why he has the anxiety and see in the situation in which the anxiety arises. And then, based on that, work your way back to find a solution of, like, let's say he gets anxious if he's around people. Why? Because he doesn't know what to say, sort of thing, like why, and then explain to him, well, nothing that you can really say is wrong because you're a human who's expressing himself. Do you see where I'm coming from? So kind of like understand what is the root cause of it and then navigate the problem from there. Again, kids who are, a lot of these kids that are coming through now are very, very sensitive. So but again, we can't really protect them from the whole world. Like they still need to go there and have their own experiences. So I think placing shielding around him was definitely help as well. Maybe playing frequency in his room at night when he's sleeping. Solfeggio frequencies will definitely help. Just with calming himself down. The anxiety will generally be around because it's heart centered. So it might be that he's not feeling comfortable in certain situations. Find out what's the root cause of it and when it happens, and then work back from there. Takuro ishira isira siro tokurra tra isira takra. Karista, I'm being attacked psychically and I'm managing by using the sun. I wanted to know if there's anything else you see though. Thank you. Can you give me a little bit more context on the psychic attacks? Like, is it from people that you know? Is it from partners? Is it at work? Just give me a little bit more context, but I'm gonna go in and see. Karokuro ishira ishira yataka. Okay, boundaries. I'm seeing boundaries here. Yeah, you're going to stop getting psychically attacked when you start anchoring better into your boundaries. I think there's almost like people pleasing mechanisms and programs that need to be dismantled. And it's kind of like they're coming through to you for you to be able to get into a space where you are more comfortable in expressing your truth and your boundaries and boundary practices. So I hope that helps. Triaku roa ria sie sukura raishira yataka. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stay on like 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna go because I'm also quite tired and I still have my moon work to do. Kurratria. Thank you, Barbara, for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for your support. Did I build my own copper triangle, the pyramid? No, I actually ordered it from Etsy from this company in Eastern Europe, but there's a few different ones that you can order and you can get it from Amazon as well. And then I just put that kind of like golden thing on top. What moon work do I do? So I explained this in my I've got my higher soul embodiment workshop that's on my website for $88. It's about 4 hours of work where I explain like all my different rituals, my practices, what I do with my moon, with my altar space and things like that. So if you do really want to know a bit more on like the practical side and the rituals and things like that, then you can check into that. But generally, like I'll work with the moon, I'll maybe pull a few cards, I'll write down my intentions, I'll burn the ones from last month. I'll light some incense, I'll channel a little bit. So it really depends what I get called to do. Okay. Roa ria isie socorra tria ishe toko roa ishe ra isie socorra tria te kiat koro isera ya siet korra itara. Okay. Karo ishiro toro koro ishira yatakara. I'm gonna pull through a little bit more. Kia koro koro ishira yatakara. Nre yo 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 nyo yo 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 nyo taka kriya sietaka. Taya rea kieto korrea trea sietka roa triat kiera niet kara ishira yataka. Takara ishira tuning. I'm just helping a little bit with the higher chakras, tuning, opening, opening. Opening, clean, releasing, grounding, running, anchoring into more light, divine rays, expanding systems. Trakiera treoko raria siet kora ishirayataka. Shekorokurua tria siesokoroa siesokorra siesotokorua trietakra. Someone did black magic on me. I removed lots of it myself. Can you help me with cleansing the debris? Is that affecting your work you did on me before? No, it won't affect any of the work that I did on you. But also, like, again, guys, like all these terms like black magic, curses, and things like that, everything has the power that you give it. Okay. If you get into a space where you're like, actually, this is not affecting me. I'm sorry. I'm a sovereign, infinite being of light. You need to get out of my field. It's not going to affect you. And remembering, we all part of the one anyway. So you can either work in that way or you can work into integrating it. I had firsthand experience with African black magic. So I'm talking voodoo. I'm talking cow sacrificing, goat sacrificing. I'm talking things flying across my room when I was trying to decode from this magician. Okay. So I've seen the way it works. I've lived the black magic. Like I know how these things work because I had it in my own experience. If you guys are interested about that, I can make a video about it as well. It's going to be like the whole thing in itself. But I had very, 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 very intense and close encounters with black magic and curses and things like that. And I had that so that then I can come here and explain to you guys and say they really are that you give them. If you're scared of it, it's going to have power over you. If you think it has power over you, if you give it attention, it has power over you. If you claim back your sovereignty, it's not. Again, this does go into the boundary work as well, because the boundaries will definitely help with it. Koro koro ishira isira takra trio kiro kuno ishina taka kia te koro tria ishira sira takra tria koro koro ishira takra. You're welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for you welcome, Connor. Ta koro koro ishira sira sira takra tria tria kiro koro koro ishira takra tria ne tu kora tro koro ishira sira sira takra. Thank you, RVA Band Mom, for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kia koro koro atria sie soro koro atria sie kora ria. Anything related to activation of spiritual gifts. Hi, Amit. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I can pull through a little bit for that. Do you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of soul fragment retrieval so that you can work with integration. Kia koro koro ishira. Ta kriya shiro koro ishira siro soro koro ishira taka ria trio koro koro ishira taka tra kiera tra tre kieto koro tre 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 naniat kara ese soro koro koro kriya ta kre tre okoro ia isheta siesa to kora ya tre na takra tre taka tiana re akiet korra siesa to koni taka taya re asiera tria kieto kuna ya kiesa kiet koka kra kiera takra Terra na re na re na re na re na raya sietukuka kieta kira ishirotoko is going to help with the peripheral as well. Takakara ishie takara ishira expanding 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 hiyo tukura 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 kokora ishira ya takara. Do I have a ritual I do before and after working with clients? Good question. Thank you, A1, for asking that. I call in every time. So I call in the archangelics, I call in my higher self, their guides, my whole team. I have one of my many altar spaces, my main altar. I'll have a small candle lit before every client and incense, and then I'll have a candle going 24/7 as well. I work inside my pyramid most of the time. Yeah, so that's kind of like the basics of what I do, but I do a bit more, but that's kind of like my standard. Okay, Christine, my 2-year-old is so angry, violent, and had trouble communicating. Did I do this when I was pregnant or anything I can do to help or understand her? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna channel this for you and see what comes through. Is this a girl? Kakokoro ishira isira sira takoro triataka. Koro atria ishiro toko ratria shira tokoro ishira sira taka. Tokoro triasia tokora tratre kira taka. Koro ishira isira. No, don't worry. Sorry, it's just I'm picking up a feminine energy. It might be a boy, but I'm picking up a very feminine energy from the child. your child is very frustrated because she cannot do what she wants to do in the way that she wants to do it. It's almost like she's seeing you, mom, and like adult humans doing things, and she wants to be efficient and she wants to do things, but she can't do that. So she gets frustrated and she gets angry and violent. That's literally what's going on. So I don't think it's got nothing to do with you. So I hope that helps, Christy. Kia koro koro ishira sira saratakra. Tokoro atria sie sorokoro tria tek arai sie sokorotia. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Jasmine, I want to thank you. I want to say that you activate light language. You mean I'm thankful for you to bring your gifts in the world and helping us. Thank you, guys. You are such a beautiful community. I'm so happy to connect with you all every time. And this is why I like coming live on YouTube, because it's almost like I can see more of the questions. I can answer them. Like Instagram is very dispersive, and I'm like from a phone, I'll still every now and then go live on the Instagram, but I really like the YouTube. You're welcome, Amit. So the next live that I'll be doing is I'm going to be live next Friday. So not this coming Friday, the one after that. And it'll be a little bit earlier, but I'm going to post it on here and then share it with you guys so that you guys know. So tickets to my collective healing are still available. Tickets for the Priestess Portal Empowerment are still available as well. That's going to be really beautiful. We're having a meeting once a week just to it's a very beautiful creative flow that we have all together, that we're coming together to do this work. Then my tickets for New York are available. Those are $222. It's a full day workshop that you'll be spending time with me, and it's going to be connected to the 5D elements. So we'll work with the normal elements, but in a version of being able to anchor them in 5D. So yeah, it's going to be very, very beautiful. And that's on the 24th of February. I am going to be speaking at the Conscious Life Expo in Los Angeles as well on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of February. I'm going to be sitting on 2 panels, and then I'll be speaking on the Saturday night, which I think is the 10th. Tickets only go on sale for that in November. So unfortunately, you won't be able to get a ticket just yet, but keep an eye and keep following, and then I'll post links for that as well. So I'm very, very excited. A little bit nervous because I'll be speaking next to people like Bashar and Elizabeth April. Like, it's huge. But I'm very, very, very excited to go there. And there's just incredible names that'll be there. It's just the first 2 that came out of the top of my head. But if you go on the Conscious Life Expo website, you can see who else will be speaking there too. Can a recording of the New York workshop be purchased if we can't be there in person? No. This is going to be an in-person. I'm not going to record it. So if you want to come, you need to, you're going to have to be there in person. I won't record it. It'll just be like a connection with the people who come there. So sorry guys. Okay, I think we're on a good time. I am still taking people from a 6-week and 6-month program again. There's a little bit of waiting time. All my workshops are still up and available on my website. And there was something else that I wanted to say. Oh, yes. Tickets for my channeling masterclass are up. The next one is in October. Again, I only take 12 people. It's about 3 hours. It's got like a 15-minute break in between. And you're going to learn how to channel. I speak about all the types of channeling in all the different dimensions, channeling 3D, 4D, 5D, 60 and up. Assisted channeling, unassisted channeling. I speak about the Akashic records, zero-point neutrality, and how to understand what clairs work for you, how to develop them more and whatnot. So it's very, very information packed. And then you will have access to the recording of that if you come to the workshop. And it's at 5 p.m. GMT plus 2 timing, which I think is 3 p.m. GMT timing. So I think it's 5 or 6. Anyway, it's I think around 9 PST and 12 Central Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from my heart to yours. Thank you. Again, I might be hopping randomly live on Instagram, but the next one will be next Friday. Next Friday, I'm going to be live, and it's going to be at 4 o'clock my time, so 2 p.m. GMT time. Okay. Love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend, and take care. And don't forget, if you want to get the tickets for the Priestess Portal Empowerment, I'm going to leave the link below here, or you can find it in my link tree on my Instagram. Okay, I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from my heart to yours. Thank you, guys. Bye.